Well, what made me decide to be in a career in manufacturing really goes back to when I was a child in the 60s. Because back then, women weren't encouraged to go into technical fields. In fact, a lot of fields were just plain blocked for females. And so I sort of felt like I had a point to prove. And chemical manufacturing was a predominantly male-dominated field, and most people were saying you really can't get into that field. So that's what I picked. I spent a lot of time in my career mentoring women, and it's been a really rewarding process because I've watched those women grow and become more confident in their skills and their place in the environment. But I've also mentored men, and I think that's equally as important because we need men to understand why diversity is so important to us and how they can support women and other minorities in the workplace.
She was actually probably a pioneer for women in manufacturing. You know, she was here early. There weren't very many women in the plant. Since then, there's been quite a few. I've had a lot of really good engineers, but Dorene kind of set that tone. You know, she paved the way by accepting jobs, working those jobs, being successful at them, and letting everybody else know that you can be successful too.
One word to describe Dorene would be genuine. She is one of the most respectable and honest people that you could ever meet.
She was definitely in the minority. There weren't too many women in the area at the time. But going back to being determined, Dorene's also is highly intelligent, again determined and sets goals and meets them. And I think that she fit in so well. I think our area had a culture that appreciated that. So it's real easy to really quickly look past differences. I mean, we're all different.
If I could just use one word to describe Dorene, I would say it is non-pretentious. And that may be an odd choice to say. Probably most people would say she's driven or she's smart. But I've seen her over the years, and she comes into a room, she doesn't have an entourage, she speaks to everyone from an operator to director the same way. And that has always impressed me with Dorene.
For me, one of the most important things was, you don't always have to be right. Sometimes it's more important to be decisive than right. She's very decisive, and that was a lesson I learned from her.
If I could only use one word to describe Dorene, it would be authentic. You know, I think that in today's age, it's all about bringing your authentic self to work. And Dorene's been doing that for over 30 years.
Dorene is somebody who always gets the best outcome with the team she has. And irregardless of the hand that she's dealt, she figures out how to play her deck and how to get the best out of the team.
The word that comes to mind is driven. And I think it's very apparent in how she achieved here at AdvanSix and to the level she achieved to. She had to be a driven individual. And it's very true in her work and what she displays every day. So driven would be the word that really comes to mind.
One word I'd use to describe Dorene is awesome. She's just always on top of everything. That's her, she's just naturally that way, not just, that's the way she is.
We know that diversity at all levels in a business is key to strong outcomes. And so when you think about Dorene's leadership, she was results-oriented, she's outcome-oriented, and the fact that she built great teams around her, she knew that it was about that team success, about people that drove outcomes for this organization. So at the end of the day, you know, her success, her efforts, her leadership really demonstrated significant impact for AdvanSix and our legacy businesses her entirety of her career. And we really congratulate her on this honor. And thank you for all of the great effort that you put forth and the outcomes you delivered for us.
To new women starting out in manufacturing, I would give 3 pieces of advice. The first one is try different things. Every time you start a new assignment or you do a different thing, you're growing and you're growing your skills and you're becoming broader in your experience. And that makes you more valuable to your company. So try different things. The second thing is get a mentor, or maybe 2 or maybe 3, but get mentors. Be open to advice, take the advice, use it if it makes sense to you, but make sure that you have plenty of people that you're getting advice from. And the third is remember that people are the most valuable asset that you can have. So whether that's people that work for you, people that work with you, or people you work for, they all are important, and it's important that you treat them as a team. And be quick to take the blame, and even quicker to give away credit.
So to quickly share a snippet, maybe on a personal level, as to just how fabulous Doreen is. My 12-year-old and I get a chance to work alongside of her and many AdvanSix employees at our Rebuilding Together events every year. And this year, Ian came back with a very simple statement about Doreen. After working alongside of her to build a deck this year, having a chance to go off site and feed the baby goats with her, see what she's doing in her personal life, as well as what she contributes to our community events, his simple words were, "Mama, she is one impressive lady." My heartfelt congratulations, Doreen. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of the time and honored and humbled to have had the opportunity to work alongside you. And terrifically well-deserved congratulations.